It's giving Shirley Temple. It's giving Curly Sue. It's giving I'm thick as I be eating oats. Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another video. I am very excited about today's video, y'all. If you have me on Instagram or TikTok, you know I've been wearing this Bantu knot out style out. This is like my third week in a row of doing it, so I'm excited to be finally giving y'all a long form video with tips, tricks, the whole in-depth routine. First thing we gotta do is get the hair blow dried and stretch, and I'm using the Sacred Moisture Sealing Lotion. And after using this product for a few weeks in a row now, I do like it, but I think it's important to note that it is a lotion, okay? I think I mentioned this in a previous video of mine that it reminds me of when I used to use like the luster pink lotions as a kid. The similarity being that it does not melt into my strands. I do really have to like work it in. It's not like, I don't want y'all to look at this product and think leave-in conditioner. It's not called leave-in conditioner, and it does not perform like a leave-in conditioner, but it is good. I do like it. It's moisturizing, and it has become my go-to when I'm blow drying my hair. So I go in with that, and you're also going to see me go in with the Amika Detangling Primer for heat protection. I do want to take some time to talk about Bantu knot outs on blow dried or stretched hair versus Bantu knot outs on my natural texture, because I do feel like that's tip number one. Now, before I go any further, I do want to make it very clear that you do not have to use heat. You do not have to blow dry your hair and stretch your hair to do a Bantu knot out and to get a successful Bantu knot out. However, the results that I get from doing a Bantu knot out on stretch hair versus the results that I get from doing a Bantu knot out on my natural hair texture are different. In my experience, a Bantu knot out on my natural texture is good for when I simply want that circular shape with a bit of definition in there, but more so prioritizing shape of my hair, and I still want my natural curl pattern and texture to shine through. However, if I'm prioritizing shape and definition, and by definition I mean that spiral definition that you get from Bantu knot outs, I'm going to do it on blow dried hair. If you really want that spiral definition, I feel like you really have to just start on blow dried hair, because if you think about it, our hair is curly, it has texture to it already, so it's like you're trying to add definition to something that already has definition, whereas if I blow dry my hair first, I'm starting on a smooth canvas. So now it's like my hair has nothing else going on and can really just take to the shape that I'm putting it in when I do the Bantu knot out. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, that's my 2 cents and tip number one. But again, you can do it both ways. Both results are lovely. It just depends on what you're prioritizing and what kind of look you want. We are well into blow drying my hair now. And of course, I'm using my Pattern Beauty blow dryer. No surprise here, y'all. This is quite literally the only blow dryer that I use. And I honestly feel like everybody needs a Pattern Beauty blow dryer in their life. I don't know. I feel like you just can't go wrong with this. I feel like it's such a good investment. Whether you wear your hair curly, straight, like between all the attachments that it has something for everybody. And I use this blow dryer for so many styles. Now that we got the hair all stretched and blow dried, it is time to install the Bantu knots. And I actually ended up taking a little bit of a break here to go eat because your girl was starving. And let this be your sign to take a little break. You don't have to go straight through. Take a little break and come back. To install my knots, I'm using the Talia Wajid Set and Shine Mousse. Again, this is the same routine I've been following for weeks, so same product, same everything. So I can definitely say that I have been liking this mousse for this style. I use about 1.5 to 2 pumps per section. I know there's a few ways you can go about installing a Bantu knot. I personally prefer doing the 2-strand twist method first and then rolling it into the Bantu knot. I have tried it the other way where you like do the finger coil kind of motion and roll it. But honestly, I think I prefer just doing the 2-strand twist. I think it's just a bit less tension on my head and my hair that way. And I still really love the end result that I get this way. So 2-strand method looks like the one for me. I do want to note and mention that I don't 2-strand twist all the way down to the very end of my hair. I like to leave a little bit of the hair out at the end. I have gotten quite a bit of questions and comments about how I sleep with Bantu knots and just how I'm comfortable with them, because people find it to be an uncomfortable style. Another thing I do is secure my Bantu knots with bobby pins. I feel like securing with bobby pins also helps in the tension department. In the past, I've tried securing my Bantu knots with rubber bands, and I just find that adds a little bit too much tension to the mix, whereas a bobby pin still gets the job done, holds the bantu knot in place, but doesn't add too much tension. And a quick thing I want to say about when you're putting your bobby pins in, try to angle it upward. Like, don't push the bobby pin in downward, because I feel like that is going to have you poking your scalp with the bobby pin, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to cause your scalp any unnecessary stress. So just kind of angle it at an upward angle when you're pushing it in. And as you can see by the back of my head, there is no neatness to this. There's no parting, no none of that. If you do want to wear the bantu knots as a style before the takedown, by all means, go ahead and make your parts, get fancy with it, do all that good stuff. Me, however, I don't care about them parts. They're coming out and getting shaken out in the morning anyway, so I don't worry about that. The only place that I am a little intentional about the parting situation is the front/top of my head. Reason being is that I like a no part look, and I also like for my hair in the front to fall forward. I like the shape that ends up giving me when I take it down. So for the top part, I make sure that I twist the hair towards my face. So that way when I take my hair down in the morning, it kind of gives me that bang effect and contributes to the circular fro shape that I like. Now it is time to take our bantu knots down and get into these final results. First thing I like to do is just remove those bobby pins and get that out the way. And I'm going to be going in with the Cow's Daughter Goddess Strength Hair and Scalp Oil to do all my untwisting, fluffing, separating, etc. Now what I want to say about this part is that it is tedious. It's a bit tedious. It takes some time. There's not much of a way around it unless you don't really care about the longevity of your hairstyle and you just want to get it done and go. But I would hope that you do. After taking all that time to put in these knots and going through the night sleeping with them, you want to get the most out of this style. So take your time. Do not do this and give yourself, 2 minutes to leave the house and then you're rushing. And now you have your hair in one big frizzy state and you're over the style by day 2. The main method that I use throughout this entire takedown process is unraveling and then re-raveling my hair back. I don't think re-raveling is a word, but y'all know what I'm saying. So yeah, just as you'll see the motion done a few times. It's like I unravel to take the twist apart, but then I recoil afterwards. Recoiling is the word, and that is the word I'm looking for. So yeah, throughout this entire takedown process, that is the method you basically want to follow. I feel like making sure that you recoil every step of the way really reinforces the curl, which then contributes to maintaining that definition and less frizz, and ultimately more longevity for the hairstyle. Like I said, y'all, this part of the process can be a bit tedious, okay? If you are styling along with me, have some patience with yourself and with your hair. If you're just watching to follow along later, sit back and enjoy as we make our way to the final stage of this hairstyle. At this point, my hair is pretty much getting to a place where I like it to be. This is definitely subjective and to your preference. You can separate as little or as much as you desire. Once I do get done with the separating, you'll see me soon go in and start to shake my hair out. Instead of picking my hair, I kind of just like to go in and give my hair a little bit of a shake. Especially on day 1, I don't like to do too much. I don't really want to do any picking. I just want to do a nice cute little shake just to reinforce the shape. And the way that I go about shaking my hair out is reaching from underneath and shaking. Don't reach at the top because that's going to get some frizz going. So you want to reach inside and under and shake from there. And at this point, we have reached the final look. I really hope that this video was helpful for y'all. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, anything, please let me know in the comments and I will do my best to help y'all. But otherwise, I will see y'all in the next one.